My favorite part of my morning is seeing this morning light coming in. Honestly, there's nothing I love more. Actually, scratch that. There is something I love more, and that's my morning coffee. Welcome back to my channel. Started playing around with different flavored syrups in my coffee lately, and honestly, it's the best way to change up the flavor of your coffee without having to buy new Nespresso pods. This salted caramel I have going on today, it is so good. Such a good way to perk myself up for this week's video because oh my god, you guys, we've got so many projects to cover. In the last vlog, I took you guys along with me to IKEA, and we actually purchased a bunch of different bookshelves that I put together in hopes of creating a custom DIY bookshelf situation. We've made such good progress. I mean, I built everything on my own, and at this point, the cabinets and the shelves that are going to be going on top are all ready to go. So my mission for this week is to go ahead and get it secured to the wall, fill in all of the holes, the caulking, the sanding, all of that kind of stuff to basically get the bookshelves prepared for when it's time to paint. And you didn't think that I would choose the paint color without you, did you? You have no idea how much I've been resisting the urge to open up this envelope, which actually contains all of our paint samples. Once the bookshelves are all prepped and ready, you're gonna help me out with making the paint selection. Like I said, I wanna go bold and I wanna go fun. So kind of like in the last video, we went ahead and selected wallpaper based on sticker samples. I've got maybe 10 different colors in here that I want your guys' help with. I also got a bunch of new stuff for the house, and we're gonna be building some new furniture today too. But first things first, I am so backed up on packages that have been ordered to my home, both for the house, for the kitchen. There's a bunch of stuff that I got, including some new counter stools that we got for our island. Yeah, you're probably thinking, wait, Haley, didn't you already have counter stools? You would be correct. A few vlogs back, I actually showed you guys that I thrifted some counter stools before we actually went ahead and redid our countertops. They were absolutely beautiful, solid wood that I got from Facebook Marketplace. Okay, but here's the thing, you guys. Now that we renovated our countertops, I feel like the look of this kitchen required something that was a little bit darker and something leaning more French country rather than farmhouse. So I was browsing on Amazon and I came across two counter stools that I really liked. Here's the first option and here's the second. Of course, whenever I'm indecisive, I want to head to Instagram and ask you guys which of these two you like more. It was actually 60-40 and I personally was leaning more towards these ones. But, big but, these counter stools did not have a single review on Amazon. So I was literally the first buyer of them, which can be risky, but the reward can also be really great if you end up scoring on something so good. So together, let's get to unboxing these and you will help me decide whether this risk was worth the reward. Oh my, they're perfect! Look at this! Oh my gosh, even like the cushion is not white, but beige, and the wood tone matches my shelves. I'm so happy. I wasn't able to wait. I have like 3 more to build, but you guys, this is the most perfect possible counter stools that I could have got for this area. I mean, like I said, this is just one. Imagine 4, but they are so beautiful, giving me exactly that like French country look I was going for. I guess it's the spindle back that makes it look so vintage, but the fact that they swivel, it's amazing. The tone of the wood is also so perfect because it is so similar to the tone of the wood in my shelves. And then the color of the cushion also just blends in with the cabinets perfectly. I have to say what I am most surprised about is the quality because the wood in these chairs is solid wood and then the spindle back and the arms are actually metal. But let's test this. Oh, it's so smooth. I'm actually so shocked. I think it was about maybe $120 per chair, which is honestly around the price of what you would get for a counter stool at like Target or something, but these are much better quality for sure. Let me get all 4 built and then I'll show you what it's looking like. Oh, I'm truly just so happy about those stools. And I got some more stuff in the mail that I know I'll be just as happy about, so let me grab it. All right, so as you can tell, I did some Target shopping the other day for some things that I either wanted to integrate into the kitchen because I needed it, or just little pieces of decor to spice up the space. First thing I actually got was a new air fryer. And let me mention the most beautiful air fryer I've ever seen, and it was only $40. Yes, we currently do have an air fryer, but this is a little tangent that I'm gonna go off of. Lately, I've just been really caring a lot more about what I'm using when it comes to cooking, what's going into our food. Lots of air fryers that are made of this material, you know how they have like that plasticky smell. Teflon, aluminum, anything like that, those are actually known to be really harmful for you once you heat your food. So I've been slowly switching out a lot of our appliances. My kettle is like fully stainless steel on the inside. And the last thing I wanted to replace is my air fryer for one that has a ceramic coating inside. First of all, let's just appreciate the fact that this is beige and it's gonna match so well with everything else in my kitchen. I would never change something simply because I don't like the color of it. That's why I kept my other air fryer for so long. But this is actually going to be a healthier choice upgrade. The griddle and the entire thing on the inside is actually ceramic coated, which is definitely better than having like your standard Teflon. So I'm gonna give that a wash and set that right into place. I do actually have a lot of Target decor that I want to show you, but first let me just cover a couple other stuff I made that are kind of like more health conscious decisions. Listen, I am not a fearmonger, if that's the term. This is just based on some research that I've done on my own and a family decision that I decided to make on my own. My approach in 2025 to making my home more healthy is to make switches that I don't feel like will affect my life so much on the daily, but will have health benefits. For example, switching out plastic containers for glass containers. It's not the hardest thing to do. Same with cutting boards. Like, it's really not a big difference to switch from a plastic to wood, but the benefits of me making those switches, I actually think are definitely gonna be worth it. If you are using plastic cutting boards, you are actually ingesting microplastics. Every single time you use a plastic cutting board, you're cutting little pieces of plastic into your food and you're ingesting it. Things in plastic are just hormone disruptors, and that is why I just decided that I'm gonna switch for glass. My next purchase is I'm looking for like really good high quality cutting boards that are made of wood. Okay, then another kind of like health alternative in the beauty section that I actually restocked on was my favorite new shampoo and conditioner. This is from the brand Kitsch, and I absolutely love this. If you are looking for a really good shampoo and conditioner duo that is also free of parabens, silicones, and sulfates, then this Kitsch rice water protein shampoo and conditioner is gonna be your best friend. This is my third time already purchasing this. I've been using this for the last 6 months, and I've loved the effect that it's had on my hair. I don't want to open these new ones, but let me grab the ones in my bathroom right now and I'll show you how it works. Okay, first off, this is gonna be the most aesthetic shampoo and conditioner you have in your shower. This is what it looks like. I just attached this and suction it straight onto my tile wall. And basically what this is that it's a solid shampoo and conditioner. You have these fine little mesh bags that you actually go in and put the product inside. And then once they are in there, you just lather them up in the shower and it creates such a nice soapy consistency. And you can go ahead and lather it straight into your hair. I mentioned to you guys that I am currently growing out my hair. I'm like thinking to go full brunette because bleaching my hair has just caused just so much damage, and I just really want my healthy hair back. What I love about these is that the rice water protein in this actually helps repair split ends and damaged hair follicles too. So the newest thing that I actually picked up on my latest trip was this shower caddy that I saw from the same brand as well. It's got like a sticker suction mount too. I feel like this will be a perfect addition into my shower. I mean, I think I have a video from a couple of months ago of what my hair used to look like after it would air dry. It was so frizzy, but this shampoo and the conditioner especially, I feel like leaves my hair so moisturized. I am working with Kitsch on this video, but you guys, the best kind of sponsorships are sponsors that reach out to you when you're already using their products, and I've already been using this for a few months. Kitsch did give me a discount code for you guys if you want to try out these bars for yourself. Each bar is just $11. Or with my discount, you guys can buy the set for under $21. You could use code Haley and it will actually give you 25% off site-wide. All of their products are so good, so aesthetic, and so affordable. And the fact that they come in this kind of packaging, you're actually reducing single waste plastic. So Kitsch is linked down below, including my favorite products from there. And the satin pillowcases, if you don't already own them, they have the best priced, best high quality ones that have over 10,000 5-star reviews for a reason. Now moving on to my next pickups. I saw that Target actually had these beautiful canisters for a to-go cup of coffee. The wooden lid is like so nice and high quality. I feel like for taking coffees on the go, this is perfect. What else did I get here? And this, oh, I remember what this is. Do you guys remember my thrifted debacle? Is that the right word to use? I'm not sure. I thrifted a mug tree a little while back, and I really wanted to DIY it into basically this, a darker tone wood that I could use to kind of hang my little coffee mugs in my coffee station. Well, that DIY definitely did not pan out because I ended up ruining that find. It was like so splotchy and not pretty at all. So then I thought, you know what? Maybe this is a sign that I should just get the actual one that I wanted from Target. Oh, it is so pretty. I got this beautiful mug tree in a dark wash wood. Do you notice that lately I'm leaning more towards these like darker tones? I feel like they just suit this countertop so much better. Don't you agree? But I think to go ahead and like stack my mugs just like this, oh, it would look so nice. So I'm really happy with that. And then another obsession that I've had lately, everything scalloped. I love scallops right now. It gives everything such a vintage touch. So I got this little spoon rest for when I'm cooking. And then have you guys been seeing that people have been like adding lamps to their kitchens for like a cozy nighttime vibe? I saw this on Target with this lampshade and I thought it was so precious. I don't know yet where it's gonna go, but it just looks so cute, and I kind of prefer at night to do ambient lighting instead of like having the overhead pot lights on. It's got this like cracking detail in it, which again, everything looks vintage. And if I'm not gonna find something vintage, I at least want things to look vintage. I thrifted these two color mugs, by the way, which one of you guys commented on my video that you originally got it from Target, and I believe you because I was able to find these little colored mugs from Target too. Just like these have that bubble handle, I love that these have a wavy one. Just more perfect for me to add to my mug tree for a splash of color in my coffee station. Perfect. And then finally, I didn't mean for this haul to be so big, but like this is literally stuff that have gathered for a while and I was just waiting to show it to you guys. I am usually very against buying artwork from Target because sometimes it like tries to look vintage, but it doesn't actually look vintage. But I have to say, I saw these two pieces styled on somebody's Instagram and I just thought that they were so pretty, mainly because I really like the size. I've been trying to thrift artwork on a smaller scale for a really long time and it was really hard for me to find something around this size. You guys know that we have green tones going on in our kitchen and maybe the bookshelves we're gonna be painting green too. So once the bookshelf is filled with a bunch of books, I think styling these on there would look so nice also. Speaking of bookshelves, it's time I get all of this cleaned up and we can actually get back into getting them ready. Alright you guys, we made it to this point. The easy part is done. Building the IKEA furniture, yes, that was the easy part. Keep in mind, this DIY is meant to be easy enough that you could definitely do it on your own, but highly recommend maybe getting or recruiting an extra pair of hands to help you because some of these things are really heavy and being able to stabilize it on your own is not something I would recommend. But that being said, I mentioned the progress of the bookshelves. Everything is currently built. We got the 4 cabinets right over here and then the 4 bookshelves that are stacked here that are going to be eventually going on top of these. And I wanted to add even more character and charm to these bookshelves. So when I came across these photos on Pinterest, I noticed that so many of them had this beautiful beadboard backing. Kind of gave it like such a country style to have that. And because we decided that we're gonna color drench and paint this entire bookshelf system, I think having that textured wavy lines behind the bookshelves would look so beautiful. They are heavy too, but you can see this is what they look like on the inside. And the way that you install them is you just nail gun them to the studs of the wall. You know what that means? It means that the time has finally come. I have finally had to get over my aversion of power tools. Yes, we're stepping it up from like the glue and staples DIY kind of mom to the full-on not being scared to use power tools kind of mom. I was actually shocked at how inexpensive so many of these were. I thought power tools were like hundreds of dollars when truly like the base models of most of these are around like 50 to 60 bucks. The way that it works is that you buy the battery pack system differently and that battery pack system powers all of these tools as long as you get them from the same line. So the 3 tools that I decided to get that will help me with this project is obviously a nail gun. This is going to be useful for the beadboard as well as the fact that I'm going to be installing trim molding around the house as I mentioned to you guys before. Something else I decided to get saw-wise was a jigsaw. A jigsaw basically has like this tiny little blade over here and this is meant to help you with those like little cutouts. Let's say I have a beadboard and I want to cut out a shape of an outlet. This is what would help me do so. And then I actually saw that they were offering a special that if you buy the battery pack separately, you actually get another circle saw for free. And come on, with girl math, they're basically like paying me to buy something. But a circle saw is pretty self-standard. If you want to make like really long cuts, this is something you would use, which again, we would need that with the beadboard to make sure that we can cut it down to the size of the wall. Got a couple clamps, a couple nails as well. And like I mentioned, as much as I'm attempting most of this project on my own, we did recruit an extra pair of hands of somebody that actually helped me a lot in my kitchen. His name's Jason. He's a great handyman. And I told him that I really want to do this project on my own, but I did want his help with like keeping things stable and just making sure that I'm doing things correctly. If I just needed someone to lift weights, I had my husband for that, but like his knowledge of power tools and stuff, not the greatest. So we got started. Jason is here. The only tool that I didn't have is something called a multi-tool, and it's basically this, and it's just used to cut out the baseboard so that we can have the cabinet sitting flush against the wall. And next we're gonna go ahead and put the screws in between here so that all these cabinets can actually be together and also keep them from moving in the future once we like put stuff inside. Okay, now so we're gonna go ahead and measure out the beadboard to make sure that we get the right length. Turns out that my power tool battery doesn't actually match the power tools that I got. I'm so annoyed, so I can't even use them. But luckily, Jason has his own. So some of this will definitely be me observing all of this happening. Kind of bummed because I wanted to show you me doing it all on my own, but that's okay. We're gonna keep using those power tools for the rest of the places in the house we're gonna add beadboard. And that I'm actually gonna do by myself. But I might as well still show you this process because I actually have a feeling these bookshelves are gonna come out unreal. It is official. officially, I want to say day 3 of putting together these bookshelves, and this is the progress that we've got so far, and oh my gosh, I am so obsessed already. I'm telling you, doing this beadboard backing was such an amazing idea. I feel like it adds so much visual interest. Just imagine all of these doors closed, and obviously we're gonna go ahead and caulk in all of these holes and seams too, so it just looks like one seamless piece. Today, Jason is actually going to be coming back because we are going to be adding the header piece. As you can see, we have a really big piece of trim here, and basically we're going to be mounting that right up along the wall so that we're going to close the gap between the cabinet and the ceiling, and then you just secure it with a nail gun. It's not too difficult as long as you have a piece in the right size already. I guess after that point, once everything is set in, then it's just going to be up to me to do the rest. All the caulking, filling the holes, sanding it down, and getting into the painting, that will be my job. And you guys, it is about time that we're actually gonna go and mount this mirror. It's been leaning on the floor for so long, and I decided now that we're just gonna have it hang up. I think it's gonna look so much better, especially once the bookshelves are done and painted. You know I'm gonna do trim moldings on the rest, so I'm thinking to even do some trim moldings right above the mirror, and I think it's gonna look so good. And with the proper hardware, we know that nothing is gonna fall. Everything's gonna be great. I see people do this. The tapping thing? I don't know, can't get behind it. Well, okay guys, welcome back to the next day. We have officially built our entire bookshelf system, and I'm so excited to move on to phase 2. The amount of sweat that we have broken these last couple of days, and because of the fact that I'm basically needing to take a shower every day at this point, I just gave up on deciding to style my hair. But if you guys are curious to know what my hair looks like air dried, after I go to bed, this is how I wake up. I never thought that just changing your shampoo and conditioner can leave your hair drying so much better. But anyway, let's move on to the next step in our DIY. The bookshelves are just looking oh so good, and I honestly thought that they would be so big and overwhelming, but I feel like they don't. They actually look like they fit within the space so well, especially with having the mirror on the wall right now. I feel like it frames it perfectly. But okay, now that everything is built, we're moving on to the next step, and that will be to close all of the holes, caulk all of the seams as well. As you guys can see, the IKEA bookshelves come with all of these tiny little holes in order for you to be able to adjust the shelving heights. So what I'm probably gonna do is put up all the shelves right now, mark off the holes that I want to leave open, and close up all of the rest. The product that I'm gonna be using to close up those holes is this what's called plastic wood. They have very tiny like shredded wood chips in this formula, so that when you dry it, you can actually stain it, you can paint it, and basically that's what it is. It's a great wood filler. So I have that with my putty knife, and it's gonna be tedious for sure, but basically all I need to do is just put on the formula and kind of go in and fill all of these holes. And then aside from all of the holes, we are also going to be needing to fill all of the gaps. So wherever you guys see seams, you want to close them up. And yes, this will definitely take a lot of time, but doing so is truly what is going to give it that built-in look. And for filling in all of those seams, we are going to be using the Alex Flex caulking. What I love about this is that it's actually flexible. As you know, with adding bookshelves, taking them out, it's going to be shifting the furniture piece a little bit. So this is actually going to help keep it from cracking over time. Just cut off the tip, load it in to the caulking gun right here, and then we're just going to go and fill all those seams. But knowing how many seams we are going to get through, I wanted to see if I can make my life easier. Usually when you put caulking, you go in with your finger after to kind of smooth it out. So on Amazon, I actually came across these. These are like little silicone edges, which just serve the same purpose as your finger would. It can help me get into those tight to reach areas, and you can kind of use this instead of your finger to smooth out that caulking. But we're getting ahead of ourselves, one step at a time. Let's go in with the plastic wood first, and then we'll move on to the next. Point that we are at right now. I broke such a sweat last week with filling in all of these holes. It took so freaking long, but I have to say, now that I'm actually feeling it, they do feel super smooth and ready that once I actually go ahead and paint them, you're not going to be able to see any of those like little circles, which is exactly the goal. Aaron already got some of his books delivered, so they're just chilling right there because I'm actually not going to be painting the inside of these cabinets since there's going to be doors on the front that are covering them anyway. But you could see that the top over there, I filled in that little gap. Everywhere where there's holes, we filled in with wood filler as well. I even went ahead and filled in the cabinet tops as well, so that when everything is painted, we're gonna have a nice smooth finish. You could see the seams everywhere else, but I didn't want you to see the seam here at the top. So with the wood filler, I just filled in these areas as well. I may have to go over it just one more time to make sure that it is super smooth. And then in terms of prep work, the last step is to go ahead and apply some of this Alex Flex caulking. I already did it on the exterior, as you can see, even all the way to the top. There's no gaps at all, but in the cabinet, I still need to do it. it. So filling in those little gaps is gonna be the next thing that we do tomorrow, but I just could not wait anymore to go ahead, open up these samples because this has been waiting for me for over a week. Like I said, I went to Sampleize and I basically got a ton of color paint sample options. Don't stress about the pink ones. Those are just for the girls' bedroom. I thought I might as well get some samples for their room too. So I'm gonna save those for a future vlog. But okay, got all the samples over here, and like I mentioned to you guys, the color that I am leaning the most towards with painting these bookshelves is doing a tone of green. You know I love having a touch of green inside my home, and I have a feeling if I went ahead and painted these entire bookshelves in a beautiful green color that it's gonna look absolutely stunning. But of course, this is where I'm gonna need your help. So right over here, we've got 6 different samples of a really popular green tones, and I also went ahead and got one of accessible beige, which if you don't know, accessible beige is actually the wall color that we have on our doors and our trim. I do want the color that we choose to complement this one really well too. So I'm gonna hold it up and show you everything we got going on, and then I'm gonna add it to the shelves, and you guys are gonna help me decide on what we're gonna go with. We've got Benjamin Moore October Mist, Sherwin-Williams in Soft Sage, Sherwin-Williams in Clary Sage, Sherwin-Williams, I think this is called Velvet Sage. We've got Sherwin-Williams in Willow Tree, and then the really popular Evergreen Fog. These samples actually work like stickers, just like with the wallpaper, but I don't want to go ahead and peel them off yet in case I want to try them out in different parts of the room. So I'm just going to tape them for now to the bookcase. Hopefully just seeing it up will help us make a proper decision. So let me just give you a quick pan right now over what I'm seeing. Obviously this one doesn't have a color sample because I just don't have enough, and this one right here is just the accessible beige for reference. Guys, this is so hard. Let me take you through some of my thoughts on everything I see so far. All right, so this is what all of the samples are looking like right now. We have moderate lighting from outside, not a ton, and the indoor lights are also on. So it's actually really hard for me to tell. I think the only one that I'm kind of certain I'm not into is this one right up here. Feels too blue for me, like too much of a gray tone. I definitely want something that is more deeper olivey green. It's just so crazy. These tones all work so differently. Again, this is the accessible beige just for reference, and then I think it's gonna be mainly between these over here. What color pulls your eye the most and you think would look good for this entire bookshelf situation? This is Willow Tree, which I would say is like the most true sage out of all of them. Svelte Sage is the one that leads more towards a yellow green. So if you think I should lean more towards like the warmer side of green, this would be the pick. This is the darkest option out of all of them, and it is a really popular one. Evergreen Fog. I am just a little bit nervous that it kind of is pulling more on the blue cooler side as well. This is a Clary Sage, which is also a really pretty tone of sage. All right, I'm gonna go ahead now and turn off the light, and let's see how the colors pull now. This is what it looks like with all of the indoor lights off and completely based on natural lighting. I'm gonna put up the numbers again and let me know what you guys are thinking. Well, babes, another day, another really hard decision. Please comment down below, give me your opinions, give me your advice. I'm gonna pop up the colors one more time so you guys can actually take a look. Comment down below which number correlating with a color you think I should go with for these bookshelves.
I'm hovering between this, and this, but I'm leaning towards this.
Really? That's the darkest option. I did not think you'd be like into that.
Yeah, honestly, at this point, guys, my opinion doesn't matter. Whatever color I'll say doesn't work. So you guys run the show, and then we learned that last time. So whatever you guys decide, we'll do it. And in the end, Haley will make the final decision. So.
But do you kind of like see the green vision?
No, I did see it before. Like literally yesterday, we were talking about it. I'm like, babe, why do we have to make it green? Just make it like beige and white. She's like, no, we have to do this.
Character. We need character, and color brings character. Okay, so you're on board.
I'm on board. Worst case, you repaint it again.
I'm the one that's gonna have to do the work
because I'm not doing that. I don't care.
But it's so amazing to see just how much progress we have already made, because this is turning out to be one of my favorite parts of the house right now. Just a reminder, these big squares, they are gonna have shelves in between them as well. I just don't want to add them in yet because I still gotta finish off and caulk all of those seams. But with that, I hope that you guys enjoyed today's vlog. Thank you so much for watching. If you are watching up to this point, you know that you are the real MVP. I love the ones who stick around all the way till the end. If you are watching up to this point, then comment down below Sage-tastic, because as you can see, every tone of sage right now is just my absolute favorite. So comment that down below so I know you're watching all the way till the end. And any other feedback and advice you have for me, I'd be glad to hear it. I showed you guys a lot of stuff today. If you are interested in shopping anything that I got from my haul, I'm gonna be sure to leave it all linked down below, including my amazing Kitsch products that I absolutely love. With how many showers I'm needing to take, I love that I have a shampoo and conditioner that keeps my hair healthy and hydrated and growing oh so long. You guys can check out Kitsch down below, and you can use my code Haley to get 25% off site-wide. I've definitely got my work cut out for me next week, but at least I'm taking you all along with me. Love you all. Thank you so much for watching, and I cannot wait to see you in my next one. Love you.